Good morning, students. Today we will start with a new topic, that is transportation, and we will study how plants and animals carry substances from one part of their body to the another. Now, in everyday language, transport means to carry things from one place to another. But in biology, transport is a life process in which substance absorbed in one part of the body of an organism is carried to other parts of his body. So, large organisms, that is large plants and animals, need transport system in their bodies to supply all their cells with food, oxygen, water, and other materials. In fact, special tissues and organs are needed for the transport of substances in plants and animals because these tissue and organs can pick up the essential substances like food, oxygen, water at end of their body and carry them to other parts also. Okay, so transportation is the movement of glucose, oxygen, and other organic and inorganic substances from one part of the body to the other part of the body, and the organ associated with the transport of these substances form transport system. Now, transport in unicellular organism and also in simple multicellular plants and animals, substances move from cell to cell directly by diffusion. But in complex organism, these substances cannot be transported by simple diffusion to all body cells. So, there is a specific transport system are developed in plants and animals. Hence, the substances picked up by the respiratory organ or food absorbed by alimentary canal must be supplied to all living cells of body by some mechanism of transportation from the place of their abundance to the places of their scarcity. Such coordinated processes carrying out proper distribution of materials from the cells are considered as transportation. Okay, so we can say that transportation is a life process in which a substance synthesized or absorbed in one part of the organism is carried to other part of its body. Now, first we will deal with transportation in plants. Now, plants take in simple compounds such as carbon dioxide and water and store them as food in leaves. And the other raw material needed by the plants such as nitrogen, phosphorus and minerals are taken from the soil itself. So, the absorption of mineral from soil takes place through roots. If the distance between soil containing organs and chlorophyll containing organs is small, energy and raw material can easily diffuse to all parts of the plant body. But if these distances become large because of changes in plant body design, diffusion process will not be sufficient to provide raw materials in leaves and energy in roots. Thus, there is a need of proper system of transportation. Okay, so the major materials which are needed by plant cells are gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, water and minerals, and these substances are to be supplied from outside, and the other substances needed by the living cell are organic food and hormones which are synthesized by the plant cell and distributed by the transport system. So, there is a necessity of transport system in plants. It is very much essential for the movement of vital substances from source to sink. Then plant absorb water and minerals like nitrogen and phosphorus from soil by roots, but these are needed in the leaves which are seeds of all synthetic activity. Therefore, our transport system is needed for their transport to leaves. Then food is synthesized in leaves and that has to be transported throughout the plant body up to the tip of the roots. Okay, so during spring season, the stored food present in root and stem is mobilized and passed on to buds present over the branches for formation of new leaves. Similarly, food is transported to fruits and seed for their growth. Hence, there is a necessary for transport system in plants. Now, Plants have two independent transport system of conducting tubes. Okay, a system to absorb and transport water and minerals from roots to leaf, it is a xylem transport. And then a system to distribute food from leaves to all parts of the plant is phloem transport. Okay, so plants have specialized vascular tissue for transportation of substances, and there are two types of vascular tissue in plants. One is xylem and the other one is phloem. In the figure you see, xylem tissue transports water and minerals which are obtained from the soil. Okay, and phloem, which is a vascular tissue, transport products of photosynthesis from leaves to other parts of the plant. Okay, so we saw that there are two transport system in a plants, one that transport water and minerals from root to all other parts. Okay, and the other is which transport sugar and amino acid made in leaves to all other plant parts, and these are called phloem vessels. So there are two kinds of transportation in plants: transportation of water and minerals by xylem vessel, and transportation of food and other substances by phloem vessel. Thus, the xylem and the phloem are important conducting tissues in plants. Now, xylem is responsible for transportation of water and minerals, and it is made up of four kinds of cells, that is tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers, and the water and minerals are transported mainly through tracheids. Okay, now only xylem parenchyma are living cells, others are dead and empty. Vessels and tracheids are called trachea elements because they take part in transport of water and minerals. And vessels are long multicellular tubes which are formed by end-to-end union of several cells in which cross walls have broken down. Now, tracheids are elongated cell with pointed ends, and both the trachea elements have pits or other thin unlignified areas for the element movement of water, and xylem parenchyma take part in the lateral flow of the water. So tracheids are conducting elements of non-flowering plants. Vessels occur mostly in angiosperm where they form the main conducting elements. Okay, now next is phloem. Phloem transports product of photosynthesis from the leaves to other parts of the plant. Okay, and it transports food and hormone in multi-directional, that is by upward and downward movement. Okay, so it is a vascular and complex tissue which is made up of four types of cell: sieve tubes, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. Now, only phloem fibers are dead cell, others are living cells, and sieve tubes are the conducting channels of phloem. They are elongated multicellular tubular channels formed by end-to-end union of numerous sieve tube elements. Okay, so that's all for today. Next, we will see how the transport of water and minerals take place in the xylem and how the transport of food and other substances takes place through the phloem. So that's all for today. Thank you.